Yeah, thank you, Ambarish ji. So, Srijita will help me in presenting the slides. Okay. So this year, I mean, last year 2021 is a very unique year, we know, and because we have seen कि Indian economy is struggling, वहाँ पे negative growth, I mean, already it was contracted, और फिर COVID आने के बाद we have experienced, witnessed negative growth projection. All the economic survey recently says that 2021 में -8% rate पे GDP का basically economic का contraction होगा. And then also when budget की बात आती है, there is questions comes of the revenue or receipt. So revenue collection भी अगर हम लोग देखेंगे तो till December 2020 हम लोग जो पिछले साल predict किए थे उससे 46% कम कलेक्शन हुआ है. सो बेसिकली सिचुएशन काफ़ी खराब था. इस आई मीन इन दिस बैकड्रॉप ये यूनियन बजट 2021-22 प्रेजेंट किया गया था. अब हर बार जब भी बजट प्रेजेंट होता है, वी एक्सपेक्ट देयर वुड बी समथिंग फॉर द एजुकेशन सेक्टर, एंड दिस टाइम एक्सपेक्टेशन वाज मोर because there are two reasons. One is expectation was there कि there should be some COVID response measures, and second expectation was ये था कि national education policy tabled हुआ था. So this is also the first budget after the rolling out of NEP. So there was expectation that कि NEP को implementation करने के लिए कोई financial roadmap रहेगा, and there will be some proposition for allocation, though in a phased manner, but it was expected that on these two accounts there would be some budget boost for the education sector. But in this backdrop, what we get a budget of, Srijita next slide में जाओ, we got a budget of around 93,224 crore. So what is important is that it's not only that 6,000 crore budget घट गया है from the previous year's budget estimate. This is basically, I mean, which accounts -6% decrease हुआ है. Not only that, in overall union budget में एजुकेशन सेक्टर का शेयर घटते जा रहा है. So Srijita, come to the next slide. So if we look at this particular graph, then you can see dono information is there in this graph. One is union government's budgetary spending as percentage of GDP, and the other is union government's budgetary spending as percentage of total union budget. The gray column shows 15-16 onwards अगर हम लोग देखने लगे, in 15-16 around 3.8% of Union government budget was going for education, and that घटते now it decreases in 2021-22 में 2.7% of Union budget is going for education. And similarly, coming to the GDP figure, again when it was 0.49% of GDP in 15-16, now it's 0.42% of GDP. And even here one point I want to raise, that इस बार का जो GDP कैलकुलेशन, जो GDP फिगर गवर्नमेंट ने प्रोजेक्ट किया है, वो इस बता के प्रोजेक्ट किया कि देयर विल बी इकोनॉमी विल ग्रो एट 14% रेट, जो हम लोग देखे हैं कि पिछले साल ही मतलब इकोनॉमी नेगेटिव ग्रो कर रहा है. सो दिस फिगर कैन कम डाउन मे बी व्हेन वी विल सी इन द रिवाइज्ड एस्टिमेट, बट इवन फॉर द इफ वी टेक इवन गवर्नमेंट्स फिगर, इट्स 0.42% ऑफ GDP. Now we have to keep this in mind, this figure. क्यों हम नेक्स्ट में आते हैं, Srijita? So if we look at this table, we can see that around 40 departments and ministries spend on education. It's nodal ministry तो Ministry of Education है, पहले जो MHRD था, अभी basically Ministry of Education नाम दिया गया है. So this is the nodal ministry, but other than that बहुत सारे ministries और departments spend on education. And so when we talk about public spending on education, we take into account the expenditure by all these departments and ministries. So Srijita, next slide. Yeah, so now look at this figure. Whenever we are talking about this public spending on education, as Professor Dubey has already mentioned, from the way, whether it's any commission, the national education policy, and now the new education policy, from every year we are just continuously, the reiteration that 6% of GDP should be there for public education. So again, and बहुत सारा इसके बाद estimation हुआ है, and ये देखा गया है कि 6% probably is now not enough, because over time under allocation होते होते this figure might be more. But let's assume that our target is 6% of GDP, as National Education Policy 2020 have said. Now, when the recent calculation we get that center and state currently how much they are spending, it's 4.41% of GDP. This is the projected, this is the figure estimation given by Ministry of Education itself. And so this center and state, as I was already mentioning, that 40 departments spent on education. So this is the budget of all these 40 departments and ministry on education, which this figure comes 4.4% of GDP. And इनमें से 2.8% खर्चा हो रहा है for school education. School education means up to class 12. So this is the current spending. अब इसमें अगर if we focus only on the सेंटर का मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ एजुकेशन, अगेन विच इज द नोडल मिनिस्ट्री, उसका स्पेंडिंग है 0.42% ऑफ जीडीपी. सो नाउ if we add all the other union ministries which are spending on education, for example social justice and empowerment, for example minority affairs, even इन सारे मिनिस्ट्रीज का बजट भी अगर हम लोग ऐड करेंगे तब भी 1% ऑफ जीडीपी भी नहीं होता है. दैट मीन्स मोस्ट ऑफ द बजट, मोस्ट ऑफ द स्पेंडिंग इज हैपन एट द स्टेट लेवल. सो स्टेट नाउ दैट मीन्स स्टेट्स आर स्पेंडिंग मोर देन 3% ऑफ जीडीपी. अब सिंस इंडिया यूनियन गवर्नमेंट इज सफरिंग, द स्टेट्स का रेवेन्यू सिचुएशन और भी खराब है. वी हैव सीन बिकॉज ऑफ डिफरेंट रीजंस, द जीएसटी कलेक्शन एंड मेनी रीजंस, कोविड. So state का revenue का situation और भी खराब है. तो it is very difficult that we would expect that state will inject more money in the education sector, and then the total percentage of education spending, total education spending and percentage of GDP increase हो जाएगा. That is a little bit, that is very distant dream. So that is why this 0.42% of GDP figure is so important. And of this 0.42% of GDP, school education के लिए जा रहा है 0.25%. So this is the basic, broadly the situation of public financing. Now coming to this budget, when this budget speech started presentation, our finance minister said that education for all is one of the vision, to achieve the Atmanirbhar Bharat, to achieve the Sankalp India, etc. And so they have, she also said that NEP, we have started implementing NEP, and there are some initiatives have been taken. So here just listing out some of the initiatives that has been mentioned in the budget speech. What are those? Like 15,000 schools, which will be qualitatively that would be strengthened, and they will be presented as exemplar school in the region. 100 new Sainik schools in partnership with NGOs, private schools or states. Third is national professional standards for teachers. Indigenous toy-based learning pedagogy for all for all levels of school education. National digital educational architecture. Standardization of Indian Sign Language across the country. Senior and retired teachers will be there for mentoring the school teachers and educators. Training of 56 lakh school teachers through Nishtha portal, that is the government's online portal. And then there is talk about introduction of reform in the CBSE board examinations. So whenever we look at the initiatives the government has taken under NEP, hardly any of these activities has any budgetary implication. And if there is some 1-2 activities of budgetary implication also, but when we look at the budget in detail, there is no such allocation is there supported for this kind of activities. Now coming to the schematic level what is happening. So as I already mentioned that since there was COVID, that time we have seen different surveys have shown, even government reports have shown that not only that there is digital divide, there is learning inequality increase, but I mean from on many other aspects. So there is nutrition, children are suffering, especially the marginalized children, the girls. So there was a need of basic, from starting from distribution of textbooks, scholarships, food to learning devices like the digital devices like any access to smartphones, access to laptops, or internet connection. So I mean all these things were required, but and that's why we can see that only when 320 million children are out of, I mean, just out of the whole, because of school shut out of the full education system, around 40 million children are actually able to avail some kind of online education. So this was the scenario. Now, since in this scenario, why the one of the prominent schemes, that centrally sponsored schemes that actually somewhere are providing education from preschool to class 12 is Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan. That way Union government has portrayed this particular scheme. Now if we look at the Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan's allocation, again there is a decrease from the 2021B to 2021B to 21-22B. Now, whenever we have looked at the monthly account, that there is Comptroller General account, they give monthly statement of expenditure. तो उसमें हम लोग देखे थे till December तक Department of School Education 60% of its resource spent कर पाए. And if we coming to the Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan especially, then there is again, and one of the MHRD report, it says that till December it has able to spend 91,000 crore. So 19,000 crore. So of the total budget of 38, they had just able to spend 50%. So that is one of the worries, because जब जरूरत इतना ज्यादा था in the last year, तब भी समग्र शिक्षा का budget unspent रहा. Only 50% of the budget the government was able to spend. Now, Srijita, next slide. Yeah. Now coming to the financing of Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan. So we have seen this budget, not only we have get lesser allocation for this particular scheme, how this scheme is getting financed, what they have proposed. It has proposed that it will, as we know that most of the times three components are there to finance Samagra Shiksha. One is gross budgetary support, one is the education cess that is been collected for financing financing education, and third component is externally aided projects like World Bank, ADB, etc. So this time they have proposed कि primary education cess collection से 26,500 crore जाएगा to finance समग्र शिक्षा, and जो माध्यमिक एंड उच्चतर शिक्षा कोष है और secondary and higher secondary education cess collection जो हो रहा है वहाँ का 3,700 crore will go for financing Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan. That means that of the total 31,500, we are 97% is actually going to get financed through cess. Now there is no problem, because cess is also again government's. I mean no problem that financing is public provisioning is happening. But since this is the key scheme and the financing is so much dependent on the collection of cess, then and gross budgetary support over time government घटाते जा रहा है. So that is the actually raise the questions how much government is actually giving priority to this particular scheme, which is basically the whole budget of Department of School Education or school education itself. Next slide, Srijita. Some of the other schemes that is of importance, one is midday meal that I want to mention. As I already mentioned that probably if we look at the budget, probably this is the one scheme midday meal जहाँ पे हम लोग देखे हैं 2021 budget estimate से revised estimate पे expenditure ज़्यादा हुआ है. So it was 11,000, now revised estimate पे 12,900 crore हुआ है. Now, this is one of the reasons, obviously, behind that is in the time of COVID, because as the COVID government said, it's a COVID relief measure, and there is an upward revision of the cooking cost. That is one of the reasons, probably, which this allocation has increased. And also, there was demand for midday meal. So, these two reasons can be there for increase in this amount. But after that, when we have seen that budget estimate से भी ज़्यादा ज़रूरत है in revised estimate में, till then if we see that we have seen that 21-22 भी में वो budget घट के 11,500 हो गया, which is quite, I mean, not explainable, or it's not a very welcome thing. But the two schemes, which is government's model schools, one model residential school Navodaya Vidyalaya Samiti, and then Kendriya Vidyalaya, we have seen there is over time there is increase, like from B to RE and RE to next 21-22B, there is allocation increase in the allocation for these two particular schemes. And then two things that I just here I wanted to mention. I don't know whether this 15,000 exempt plus school that they are saying, whether they are just trying to portray Kendriya Vidyalaya under that, and so some budget is they're putting here, that I don't know. But one thing is certain is that the Kendriya Vidyalaya, I mean, a small number of children actually attends this Kendriya Vidyalaya. Larger when the 65% children going to the public school of most of them the government school में जाते हैं, उसमें the money comes mostly through समग्र शिक्षा vision kind of schemes. So उस पे money ना fund ना दे कि if there is money going for the Kendriya Vidyalaya and Navodaya Vidyalaya kind of schools, then I mean it won't help to reach the benefits to the larger student community. Next slide, Srijita. Yeah, so this is one of the questions that always come, whether it's coming to question comes to SDG, whether it's NEP. Everywhere we talk about education for all, no one left behind, inclusive education. So yeah, so that's why I have tried to map fewer schemes, which is basically to provide some I mean educational provision for girls, for scheduled caste children, for scheduled tribe children, or children from minority communities. So if you can look at the figures first. Sorry
for interrupting. You have to shorten it, because then there will be no time left for others to speak.
So this is my last slide.
अगर आप scheme by scheme you devote 5 minutes to. Okay.
Yeah. So if you look at this figure, the one of the schemes that I want to mention is that national scheme for incentive for girl child for secondary education. As we have seen in the time of COVID, the girls are actually, and the adolescent girls are actually affected the most. But this particular scheme, the government is going to discontinue it, because the allocation from 110 crore has come down to 1 crore, and almost similar fates for many of the schemes where there is either we have seen that stagnation or there is a decrease in allocation. So whenever we are talking about budget, whenever we are talking about inclusivity in the budget, but it's just not supporting by the adequate resources. So this is basically the overall picture of the education budget this year. So thank you.
Thank you very much. Very clear cut. And now I think I would go back to Professor Govinda to request him to speak on the subject.